we are back again with a new video. So today's video is about AI powered travel planner in Python. Travel planner in Python is an interactive and intelligent travel planning project designed to make trip planning easier, faster and more personalized. The main purpose of this project is to provide user with useful travel information and generate suitable travel plan based on their destination and requirement. So it combines Python, Google Generative AI APIs and web-based data to create a smart travel assistant. So let's start this by understanding the required libraries for the project. So firstly, we are importing the Google Gen AI library. It allows the Python to communicate with Google's Gemini AI model. In this project, Gemini is used to generate the complete travel plan. Now, moving on to the next one. So the next one is request. It allows Python to use the request library to send HTTP requests to website and APIs. Here it is used to communicate with Wikipedia API and retrieve images for famous places. Now moving on to the next one, which is JSON. So the JSON library is used to work with JSON data. Gemini is instructed to return the travel plan in JSON format. So this library converts JSON data into Python data. Now moving on to the time. So the time library is used here to add a delay. The code waits for 3 seconds after the failed Gemini API attempt before trying again. The next one is Folium. The code waits for 3 seconds after a failed Gemini API attempt before trying again. Now, Folium is used to display the interactive maps. The map displays famous tourist locations using markers and connect them with a line. Now, moving on to the next one, which is IPython. So, these are the tools used mainly in Jupyter Notebook. This displays objects such as maps and images, image displays and images, and HTML allows the content to be displayed. Now we'll start the setup for Gemini API. So this stores your Gemini API key in a variable called API key. The API key works like the credential that allows your program to access the Gemini API. Now here, this creates the Gemini API client. So the client is the object through which your Python program communicates with Gemini. This tells the client which API key to use here. And the closes the client creation. Now moving on to the next one. So the next one is getting travel data from Gemini. So here the next section creates a function called create travel plan. So this defines a function. It accepts 3 inputs, which is country, days and budget. So the country, which is the destination country, days, number of days, and budget, which is the user's total budget. For example, we create a 5-day travel plan for France with a budget of 2000. Now, next is creating a prompt. This creates a multi-line prompt for Gemini. The F means it is an F string, so Python variable can be inserted inside it. So the country, the user selected country is inserted into the prompt. Number of days, the number of days entered by the user are inserted, and the total budget is inserted by the user. Now return only valid JSON. This instructs Gemini to return the result only in JSON format. So this is important because the Python program later uses JSON.loads to convert Gemini's response into Python data. Now JSON structure which is given to Gemini is the code then tells Gemini exactly what information it should generate. Like country, it should stores the country name. Overview, it should give the generated general description of the destination. Famous places, it should give the famous places name with the description, detailed description, latitude, longitude, activities and best time to visit and the estimated travel cost. Nextly, it should give the itinerary, day 1, the title of the itinerary, what to do in the morning, afternoon, evening with food recommendation, transport and the cost for the day. Now, moving on to the food section, it creates a list of foods that tourists should try. The code contains Gemini to provide at least 5 food items. Now moving on to the budget section, here should be the total budget like hotel, food, transport, activities, shopping, emergency and the total. After that it gives the remaining budget as well. Now moving on to the next one. So the next one is for travel tips. So Gemini should also provide at least 5 useful travel tips For example, carrying local currency, carry comfortable shoes, book popular attractions early, and etc. Now the next one is important instructions to Gemini. So this creates exactly the number of days eternity which the user has entered. It should give at least 8 famous places names, and it should gives the name which actually exists and the famous places are there. The latitude and longitude must be approximate in real condition, and it should give the detailed description of the places. It should include famous tourist attraction, and it should also include some local experiences, include local food, include realistic cost, and keep the total budget within the budget defined by the user. Now nextly it defines selecting Gemini models. So this creates a list containing Gemini models. So this program can try the first model and then the second model if necessary. So here in this loop, this goes through each model one by one and it tries the first model. If that doesn't work, then it moves to the second one. For each model, the program can make 3 attempts. So it provides some basic retry functionality. Like here, the error handling. In the try block, this starts a block where Python attempts to execute the Gemini request. So if something goes wrong, the except block handles it. And the next, it displays which Gemini model is currently being used. So here, this sends the prompt to Gemini, and this specifies which Gemini model should generate the response, and contents is equals to prompt. This sends the travel planning prompt to Gemini. So the next here, this gets the Gemini generated text, and dot strip, this removes unnecessary spaces and blank lines from the beginning and the end. Now here we'll write the code to remove the markdown. So here this code removes the markdown and may return JSON inside a markdown code block. So this removes the markdown. So here in the exception part, if anything goes wrong, Python enters this section and E contains information about the error, and the print displays that which attempt failed, and it is used because Python's range function starts at 0. And here the program waits for 3 seconds before trying again, and if all the attempts fail, the program stops and displays this error. Now moving on to the next section, so which is get image from Wikipedia. So here we are creating another function and its job is to find an image for a particular tourist place. It receives place and country. So here we are also giving the URL. This is the endpoint of Wikipedia API. So the program sends a request to the Wikipedia to search for the place. So here we are giving the Wikipedia parameters, which is this creates a dictionary containing instruction of Wikipedia. So this tells Wikipedia we want to perform a query. This requests the JSON format, and the next this uses search functionality, and GSR search searches for the tourist places together with the country, and then it comes to GSR limit. This requests only one search limit. Then it comes to page image information. This requests images and page information. Then in prop, this requests the URL information, and the next is PI thumb size. This requests the thumbnail around 700 pixels wide. And this is the identifier that the application when making the request to Wikipedia. Now next comes for sending the request. So this sends the get request to Wikipedia, and this request includes URL parameters, headers, and timeout. So the program waits for 10 seconds for a response. Now moving on to the next one, data is equals to response.json. This converts Wikipedia's JSON response into Python data. And here this safely extracts the page's information, and the curly brackets here, they means if the requested key doesn't exist, this use an empty dictionary instead. So here in the loop, this loops through return Wikipedia pages and checks whether the pages has thumbnail images or not. If an image exists, this continue and returns the actual image URL. And here, if the Wikipedia request fails, this handles the error, and if no image is found, the function returns none. Now the next one is taking the user input. So the program now asks the user for travel information like the country. The user answer the stored in country and then asking the number of days. So this converts the input into an integer. Now then asking for the budget. This asks for a budget in float, allows decimal values as well. Now we'll generate a plan. So here we are writing the code to generate a travel plan. So here the plan, this calls the Gemini function. The three user input are passed in it and Gemini creates a travel plan and result is stored in this plan. Now displaying the basic information like here the upper method converts the country's name into uppercase and plan overview. Here this gets the overview of the generated dictionary and the program then prints it. Now finding the images of the places. So this loops through every famous place generated by Gemini and gets the name of the current place. And image is equals to get place. This calls the Wikipedia image function. It searches Wikipedia for an image. Now moving on to the next one, which is displaying famous images. This loops through the famous image and enumerate gives numbering starting from 1. So with image, this gives the name, description, best time to visit, the cost and the activities. And then it displays the image in the Jupyter. Now creating an interactive map. So this stored famous place in a shorter variable called places, and here this average latitude, this calculates the average latitude of all famous places. This is used to determine where the map should initially be centered, and this does the same thing for longitude as well. So here we will create this travel map using Folium. This creates an interactive map, set the map starting center, zooms, set the initial zoom level and uses OpenStreetMap as the map background. So now with this we'll add markers to the map like name, description, best time, cost, latitude and longitude, and the marker color should be red and the icon should be like in camera. Now moving on to the next one. So the next one is connect places with line. So with this marker we'll connect the places with line. And coordinates create an empty list, loops through all the famous places and adds each place latitude and longitude to the list. Now this will display the map. Now we will create a day by day itinerary. So this includes the day 1 itinerary, which displays the number, displays the itinerary title, morning, afternoon, evening, food, and also transport and average cost of the day. Now moving on to the food, this will give you a must try food list, and then this will give you a budget breakdown like hotel, food, transport, activities, shopping, emergency total and the remaining budget. And at last, this will complete the travel plan. This will give you some essential trips for the travel and then our travel plan is completed. So let's and see the output for this. So here let's enter the country. So as we are entering the country as France, entering the number of days and now entering the budget. Now let's see the output for this. So as we can see, it gave us the overview of the country. Now finding famous places images, like it gave us a list of the famous places with images, description, best time, the cost and the activities of the famous places. Now the second place, the third, the fourth, the fifth one and the next one. Now the next it gives the map ready. Nextly, as it gave us the complete day by day itinerary, day 1, morning, afternoon, evening, food, transport, cost. Day 2, the whole day itinerary with transportation and cost. Similarly, day 3, day 4 and day 5. Now it also gave you a list for must try foods near the country. Then the budget breakdown like for the hotels, food, transportation, activities, shopping and emergency and the total remaining budget as well. Nextly, it will give you some travel tips like book museum tickets and Eiffel Tower elevator passes week in advance to avoid long queues, and then our travel plan is completed. So if you found this easy to make the travel destination easy for you, do like, share, subscribe for more Python tutorials, and thanks for watching today's video.